Hello to you guys from us here at Wake Up Reykjavik. My name is Guðni, and today we are going to explore why March possibly might be the best month to visit Iceland. Are we rolling?
Yes.
In this video, I'll be covering all the things you need to know before booking a trip to Iceland in March. I will also give you my personal recommendations to ensure that you have all the tools needed to have a fantastic experience when you come here to Iceland in March. And to make it super easy for you, I made this photo that I'm going to show you right now, showcasing all the topics we'll be going over in today's video. So if you are looking at coming to Iceland and trying to work out what to do, what tours to take, what not to do maybe, definitely subscribe to our channel. We post useful and fun videos like this, where we help people organize their dream trip to Iceland. So become a subscriber and check out our website, wakeupreykjavik.com. Now let's get into the video. Weather and daylight in March. The weather in March can be quite unpredictable, but to be fair, we tend to say that about all the months here in Iceland. The average temperature here in March is around the 2.5 degrees Celsius mark, and this is considered to be one of our rainier months. Rainier months. I think that's a word. Yeah. It is a word now. Rainier months is one of our rainier months. This means that the temperature is usually rocking around the 0 degrees Celsius mark, and you can expect to have some snowy and icy conditions. Which means that if you are considering renting a vehicle and driving yourself around the island, be sure to have some experience with driving in snowy and windy conditions. So just keep this all in mind before you book a rental vehicle. What you can also do is just do guided tours, and they will pick you up right from the city, drive you around whichever part of the island you're going to see on that particular tour, and then drive you right back to the city. In early March, the sun will start to rise at around 8 a.m. and the sun is setting at around 7 p.m. In late March, the sun will start rising at 6:40 a.m. and it will start setting at around 8:15 p.m., which means that each day in March will give you an added 10 extra minutes of daylight as the month progresses. But the sun is still setting at a reasonable hour, so this is an ideal month to see the northern lights. Activities and events in March. One of the main reasons I like to recommend traveling to Iceland in March is because March is considered to be the best month to see the northern lights here in Iceland. So obviously, if you come here in March, you're gonna wanna do a northern lights hunt. Break it down. Break it down, the northern lights. To see the northern lights, you need three things. You need complete darkness, you need clear skies, and you need aurora or geomagnetic activity. And March is the month where we have some of the highest geomagnetic activity, because that is when spring equinox is starting. I hope to God I'm saying spring equinox right. Spring equinox. And with that, the chances of seeing more stronger and more vibrant northern lights increases. Also in March, we're getting out of the stormy season, which tends to be January and February. So with coming March, you're not only having more geomagnetic activity, you're also increasing your chances of experiencing clear skies, which are needed to see the northern lights. And I know what you guys are thinking, I'm super smart. But don't let me fool you, I am no astronomer, so I can't really go into the nitty-gritty details of what actually this all means. But lucky for you, we do have a video where we go more into depth about what the northern lights are and how to see them. So when you're planning on doing your actual hunt for the northern lights, you have a few options. Like we talked about before, if you have your own rental vehicle, you can drive out on your own and try to hunt them down. But do take into factor what I said, you need to see the northern lights. You also need complete darkness. So if you have the skills, time, and patience to go out and hunt them, it's definitely a viable option. But for anyone traveling here to Iceland, especially for a shorter stay, I would always recommend doing guided tours. The best part about joining a guided tour is that you have an expert monitoring the situation very closely for you. They are following the forecast closely and estimating what part of Iceland has the best chances of seeing the northern lights that particular night. And they will then take you to that part and hunt down the lights with you while answering all the questions you might have. We here at Wake Up Reykjavik offer 3 different Northern Lights tours on our website as today. We have the small group Northern Lights tour by coach, we have the Northern Lights tour by boat, and we have the private Northern Lights tour also by coach. All of these tours have their own unique factor to them, so it really just comes down to how you want to hunt down the Northern Lights. For more details about the tours I'm talking about, check out our website and I will link them down here below. And my last Northern Lights tip for you, although March typically isn't our stormy season, we can have storms all year round here in Iceland. So we like to recommend that you book your Northern Lights tour early in your trip. Since if you go out and join a guided tour and you don't see the lights, they will rebook you in for free for another retry. So if you book early in your stay, you have more days to do a retry, and with that you're maximizing your chances of seeing the Northern Lights. Wapam! Okay, Northern Lights, we're done. Another great tour to do in March is our Reykjavik food walk. The Reykjavik food walk is hands down my favorite tour that we here at Wake Up Reykjavik offer. It might be because I myself was a Reykjavik food tour guide for many years, pick for proof, but I just think it's great. When I travel, I feel the best way to get to know a new destination and country is by walking through a city led by an expert guide and to indulge in their local cuisine. And this is the concept of our Reykjavik food walk. You walk around the city of Reykjavik accompanied by a fun local guide, you hear stories about our history and culture, and you eat some super tasty Icelandic food. How fun does that sound? I know, sounds super fun. It's great, trust me. I've been on it once or twice. A tip from me is to book this tour early in your stay as well, so you get some local know-how that you can then use throughout your stay. But be sure to book this tour with the notice. It is a small group experience and tickets do tend to sell out fast. When I'm shooting this video right now, I'm gonna check the numbers. We are only 39 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. So hopefully by the time I upload this, we will have 10,000 subscribers. To say a huge thank you for you guys who have been subscribing to us and supporting us, we made a specialized promo code that works for any tour on our website at wakeupreykjavik.com. When you go on our website and book any tour with us, be sure to type in the promo code subscriber for a little added discount on us to say thank you for being a subscriber. When you come to Iceland, you're gonna wanna explore our nature, and we have some fantastic options for you to do. We have great Golden Circle tours and we have fantastic South Coast tours. But a tour I wanted to specifically talk about in this video is the Snæfellsnes full day tour. So the reason why I like to recommend it specifically in March is because in March we're finally getting enough daylights where you get to see all the breathtaking sightseeing spot in daylight while Iceland is still basking in its magical wintry look. This tour will also stop by a local horse farm where you will get a meal included in the tour that is actually prepared from the farmers who live there. How cool is that? So it's a very beautiful and unique tour that I highly recommend, especially for a March visit. Another activity I wanted to talk about is whale watching. Iceland has some of the highest success rates of seeing whales of anywhere in the world, and you can actually whale watch here in Iceland all year round. But the reason I recommend doing a whale watching tour, in particularly in March, is because that is the month where the great whales return back from their breeding grounds. So you can see whales here in Iceland all year round, but March will give you a greater variety of different whale species to possibly see on the tour. One of the many great things about March in Iceland is that it always starts with Beer Day. The 1st of March has been known as Beer Day here in Iceland ever since 1987. 1987. On March 1st, 1989, beer is sold again legally in Iceland for the first time since 1915. That is a year where Icelanders finally legalized beer again after a very long and super confusing prohibition that started in 1915. And we do have a more detailed video about this history if you're interested in that. So this means that 2024 will mark 35 years where the prohibition on beer was finally lifted here in Iceland, and we Icelanders could stop drinking straight up Black Death mixed in with disgusting non-alcoholic beer. It's a very bad situation, guys, for a long period. And we here at Wake Up Reykjavik really want to do something special to celebrate this historic mark. So we wanted to invite you or anyone you might know that will be here in Reykjavik March 1st to participate in our first ever Reykjavik Beer Day crawl. On this day, me, myself, and some of my fellow team members from here at Wake Up Reykjavik will walk around the city of Reykjavik and hit up some of our favorite local bars. To do what, you might ask? To drink beer legally, of course. And we would love to have you with. So I will link all the information about this special event here in the description of this video, but it will also be accessible on our website. So check that out for more information about our Reykjavik Beer Day crawl, packing list, and general travel tips for March. Now, after watching this video, you're probably sold. You already booked your ticket and you're coming to Iceland in March. And you're asking me, Guðni, what do I need to pack? Well, look no further. I made for you a packing guide for what to bring to Iceland in March. And it should appear like magic when I do this. Pretty cool. Pretty sweet, I know. As you see here, we have covered some of the base things you will need to bring with you, and in general, just like with any month here, layers are going to be your friend, and waterproof everything is ideal. A tip for me, if you don't have all these things, there's really no need to buy them. Look at the option of renting your outerwear. Iceland Cover is a company located in Reykjavik that rents outdoor gear, and I will also link them here below. I also want to reiterate the part about driving yourself in Iceland. If you're gonna venture off on your own and explore, always check Safe Travel and download their app. On there you can find information about the weather, different conditions in different parts of Iceland, and possible road closures. Another reason why March is an ideal time to come to Iceland is that it is considered to be the off-season. So you can easily get great deals on flight to Iceland and accommodations. Always remember to book your activities with as much notice as you can. We here at Wake Up Reykjavik specialize in small group experiences, and I hate it when travelers contact me only a few days prior to their arrival and they let me know that the experience that they really wanted to do is just sold out. So do book with a notice. And with all this, don't you agree that a trip to Iceland in March sounds pretty magical? You do. Just say it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun travel content about Iceland. All of the tours and experiences I have been talking about in this video, I will also link in the description of it. And if you have any questions about a trip to Iceland at all, do check out our website. We'd love to help you in organizing your dream trip to Iceland. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you here in Iceland, maybe in March.